So this year in the game, DJ approaches you for some advice with his brand deals and specifically talks to you about like your deal with Nike and your shoe.
Bro.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Rockets in Houston. Taking a look at the Rockets, playing above 500 in the last few weeks. Not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. Tonight, a chance to check out DJ and see what he can do on the floor. Guys, we all know the story of why he got the nickname DJ.
Does that kid ever come up for air?
He's working, which you would know if you didn't still have a flip phone.
Hey, it's a Motorola Razr, thank you, and she's never failed me yet despite all these kids trying to get me to upgrade.
Shammy, what is this?
iPhone 7?
It's a 7 Plus, bro.
Oh, yeah.
If you're gonna do interviews, I would at least like to know about them first. Especially if you're gonna do them on video from inside your freaking car in the parking garage, which, by the way, don't do that.
Man, you think a little positive pub?
Shammy, are we clear?
Clear. Wow. Yo, she crazy.
She straight up
She
fooled you.
played you, man.
She didn't play me. Quit talking all that.
She played you.
Well, what was I supposed to do?
You were supposed to show me how it's done. You were supposed to be my vet. Hey.
I never wanna waste your time. My life, so precious. It's yours, it's mine. Hey, look at the time. My God, so precious. It's yours, it's mine.
It's the land of mission control, Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. The Knicks will end their road trip here before heading back to New York. And Chris Paul's teammates are all smiles as he returns to the lineup after being out.
Yeah, everybody's glad to see him come back. It was surprising to me to see just how well they were able to kind of cope with his injury. A lot of guys stepped up in his absence, and they really hardly missed a beat.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni says when they feel that paycheck every 2 weeks, that should make them play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck. Kevin?
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt he can set the table. Which is experimenting here, Clark, early in the season, and they're trying to feel which rotations work and which ones don't.
Well, that's normal for coaches to tinker a little bit, especially when you've got new players and you're trying to put together a different team. So you tinker until you find what works for you, and then you look to stay with it. Ideally, you'd like to be set on your rotation probably no later than a fourth of the way through the season.
So the New York starting five, Melo and Porzingis are the duo at forward. Hardaway is out there with DJ, and it's O'Quinn in at the center position.
And, you know, DJ is always trying to get his guys going. If they're open, he finds them.
Paul kicks to Capella. On the wing, Harden. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Passes to DJ. There's a screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And DJ has the ultimate respect of the defense when he's on the drive. I mean, when he attacks like this, he forces them to foul him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
And you ask any Houston fan who the greatest player in the history of their franchise is, and they all say Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark, you played against Olajuwon. Just how great a player was he, and what does he mean to this Rockets franchise today?
Boy, he was special. A first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the only titles in franchise history to the Rockets, and could do everything you want from a big guy. Graceful, strong, a presence defensively and on the glass, unselfish. They called him Hakeem the Dream for good reason. That dude was a dream to play with and a nightmare for opponents.
Pick by O'Quinn. Rocket 6. Deep 2 from Anthony. They get it back.
And there was no effort on behalf of the defense. None. I mean, the shooter has to be upset with himself for missing that shot.
Anderson the screen. Ariza with it. Now Anthony defending. Anderson a screen on Anthony. Ariza passes to Anderson. Good on the triple.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
New York with the ball. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that 3.
And you know what, Greg? You can't afford to be a one-function offense. You know what I mean? You've got to be versatile. You've got to spread it out and mix it up inside, too.
And here is Paul. Following Porzingis' 3. Here's the screen. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. And so it's Houston with it. They trail by 1. The 3 from Harden.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Now, DJ, 26 points for him last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
Now here's Harden, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And Anderson kicks to Harden. A floater, the putback, and another shot taken away by Anthony. DJ passes to Porzingis, kicked by O'Quinn. And here is DJ. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Anderson, Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
New York moving the ball around. Here's O'Quinn, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Now here's Paul. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Screen by Capella. Harden dishes to Capella. And Porzingis, here we go.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
Rockets trail by 5. Harden with it. 35 points for him last game against Denver.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden sets the pick for Paul to end the run for 3. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Paul. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
Tell you what, Kevin, there aren't many players who would have even seen that pass, but when we're talking about Chris Paul, he's got unique vision, unlike most anybody else.
Ariza kicks to Harden. Harden missing again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And one of the surprise moves of this past offseason was Chris Paul moving to Houston, joining James Harden to become one of the strongest backcourts in our league. Kicked off a feeling that Houston would be a force this season.
Now, here's O'Quinn. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the tray. He has 5.
Cannot lose sight of DJ, especially when there are screens being set. He's terrific at taking advantage of these situations.
And you know, Greg, many thought that Chris Paul may take a look at San Antonio, and he did, but Houston was too enticing a chance to pass up.
It's certainly a distinctive third chapter in Paul's career. He's always been criticized for not going deep in the playoffs, and saw Houston as maybe his best bet to make a deep run.
Outside Anthony, over Ariza. Anthony's shot is off.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Yep, that one goes. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
The pull-up jumpers are a big part of Chris Paul's repertoire on offense. I mean, also a big part of what makes him so dangerous, too.
Now here's Porzingis. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Atlanta. And Capella sends it back, and he's able to get it back. Now DJ, this one for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Anderson wide open. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Knicks leading by 3. Outside Anthony. Hardaway passes to DJ. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Man, what determination from DJ would not be denied. Love how he forces his way through.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Bahamute comes in for Anderson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Paul. Clark, we know how big a Ohio State fan, I'm sorry, the Ohio State University fan that you are. Who is on your list for best players in the NBA coming out of the Big Ten?
Partner, you know me well because I was going to go right at you to correct you on that. It is the Ohio State University, as you indicated. Well, right now, probably have to go with Mike Conley. He's been superb throughout his career, particularly the last 4 or 5 years in terms of outstanding Big Ten players. Draymond Green, how can you not mention him? Double-time NBA champion, and then Oladipo out of IU, another guy that might be worthy of consideration. And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Harden, that's good.
Man, I love how easily Harden fills it up. Scores in so many ways, making it look easy.
And here is DJ. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Now here's DJ. D right on him. Good on the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants, and then gets his shot off in time.
Now here's Harden. 12 points for him. The shot's good.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pump.
DJ kicks to Wells. Hernan Gomez in the corner. Easily outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Wells has got 5 now.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Gordon dishes to Harden. And Bahamute the pass to Nene. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And here's a look at the stats for DJ. The past month has been surreal. Putting up about 25 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And he's good on the second. And we all know that Mike D'Antoni is one of the most respected offensive minds in basketball. You look at his coaching tree, and there are branches all over the NBA. He has a lot of respect from his peers.
I mean, when you have sustained success like D'Antoni has had, the respect comes with that track record of success. D'Antoni has a great working relationship with a lot of other coaches as well.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't tee him up on the perimeter.
They set the pick. And there's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Now here's DJ. Tight defense on him. A reverse. And he sinks the layup. Hernan Gomez has got his first 2 points of the night.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Screen by Bahamute. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And DJ with the basket on the assist by Beasley. And that's 10 points for DJ.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Screen by Bahamute. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Puts up a 3. No good that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Lee outside. Here's Beasley. Rockets with the rebound. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moving. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball and looked for each other at a high level.
The Knicks leading by 4. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Beasley can't get that one to fall.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
The Rockets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Tariq Black. Anderson comes in for Nene. Trevor Ariza's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Paul's subbed in for James Harden. And New York, looking at who they've got. Hardaway Jr. and Melo are the wings. Porzingis is the 4 with O'Quinn at the 5. And it's DJ in at the point. Outside Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. Kicks to DJ. Poke loose. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Rockets.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for the Rockets. On the wing, Gordon. Anderson with the screen for Gordon. Lets it go with the 3. And Mbah-a-Moute can't get it to go. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Clark, when you think back to your career, what do you miss the most about playing in the National Basketball Association?
Well, you know, for me, Kevin, because my career was cut short due to injury, I missed the opportunity to see how good I could have been on a winning team, on a playoff team. Back in the early 80s, the Pacers were building towards that, and I never got a chance to be part of a playoff team. And the camaraderie you establish in going through the shared misery and joy of competing is something that's special and unique to sports, and you really don't find it in any other venue.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And so he makes both from the line.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Dishes it to Mbah-a-Moute. Here's Capella. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Like the awareness from DJ now, excels at finding guys in their spots. That's excellent work.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, you know, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets, one of the most explosive scoring teams in the league. Defense has been a shortcoming in the past. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, we have some good individual defenders. If the rest of them just try, well, that's the plan. Kevin?
Offense is what the Rockets are all about, DA. You know that. Coach D'Antoni definitely focuses on this part of the game more than defense.
No problem at all operating in the paint for Chris Paul. He shoots an excellent percentage, even down there amongst the trees.
And here is DJ. He's got 10. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the 3. Ryan Anderson is second. And, of course, Porzingis.
You know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
DJ kicks to O'Quinn. It's stolen by Capella. Out to the right wing. Ball outside. Harden with it. Now guarded by DJ. And Mbamute kicks to Paul. He nails it, and we're tied up. Paul's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Rockets.
CP3 showing off his supreme stroke from deep. He is a dynamic offensive player.
Here's O'Quinn. That one wide left.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Lee outside. Screen by Porzingis. They get the rebound. O'Quinn off with the layup.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And the foul called on DJ. That's foul number 2 for him. Harden against Lee. Over in the corner, Mbamute shoots a 3.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Shot on the wing. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from DJ.
And this is what you want to see. I mean, DJ firing quickly right off the pass, not giving the defense any time to react.
Harden the pass to Mbamute. Here's Capella. Lays it up and banks it in. Capella's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
And they have been really active on the boards this quarter. Those second chance points are keeping them in the game.
Pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Anderson. Mbamute against Anthony. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbamute. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And O'Quinn kicks to Lee. Now here's DJ. He's got 13. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, DJ's got 5 points in the quarter. The Rockets shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Paul dishes to Harden. He feeds it to Mbamute. Capella with a screen on Anthony. Mbamute the pass to Harden. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by New York. DJ's got his 6th rebound on the night. Feeds it to O'Quinn. Lee kicks to DJ. And he makes good on the layup. DJ's got 17 now.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. They set the pick, and there's the feet to Harden. And the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 21 in the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Porzingis with the ball. 10 points for him. Good work defensively by Capella.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Now DJ.
There's the tenacity of Chris Paul. Always always on the surface with him, getting right up on him and not giving him an inch of space to get the shot off.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Rockets lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now your scoring has been big in the first half, but also rebounding has been huge. What's allowed you to have such an impact?
Well, you know, I mean, you can't get a rebound unless somebody misses a shot. So, yeah, I guess I've been pretty fortunate that there have been plenty of missed shots tonight. I wish I could tell you much more than that, DA, but all I do is I box my man out. I hope the ball comes off the rim towards me. If there's more to it, look, I didn't get the memo.
Well, that's keeping it simple. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The 3 ball just kept falling.
Yeah, and you know what? As far as I'm concerned, keep feeding. Got to ride the hot hand.
The 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. And it's Capella in at the center. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. 14 feet away, and it's DJ with the rebound. New York trailing. He kicks it to Anthony. The 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ariza dishes to Harden. To the middle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Capella's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Houston. Picked by O'Quinn. Paul with the steal. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
And Chris Paul, very much one of the best and most talented point guards in the league. A really poised floor leader who always is talking and is really an excellent leader, too.
Well, Chris Paul signing the big contract this past offseason, and, you know, you knew he'd end up with one of the biggest deals out there, and his impact on a team goes far beyond just stats.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light, and because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Nice work there coming off the screen. And that's 17 points for Chris Paul.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
There's the dish to Anderson. Back to Paul. It's Ariza on the wing. 6 to shoot. Anderson with the screen for Ariza. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Anthony kicks to DJ. Out to Anthony from about 16, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter. Harden outside. Lets it go. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
DJ passes to Hardaway. And O'Quinn kicks to DJ. He dishes it to Carmelo. Picked by O'Quinn. Anthony in the corner. Anthony missing again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Ariza has the open look. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
So for the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Ryan Anderson. And then for New York, Hernan Gomez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Noah comes in for Porzingis. And it's Beasley in for Anthony. Now here's DJ. He's guarded closely. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And, you know, DJ's interior game is very impressive. The big thing for him is that excellent body control. When he takes his time, he's really dangerous in the post.
Nene dishes to Harden. Over Hardaway. Here's Paul. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Paul's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets. New York's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And that one's good by Noah.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Nene with the screen on Hardaway. Right wing. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by DJ. Paul passes to Nene. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Rockets lead by 10. Knicks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And again, another basket there from DJ. DJ's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, DJ looks for a shot on offense. I love that about him. He definitely has a scorer's mentality.
Paul kicks to Nene. And that one, good. Nene's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Rockets.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And here is DJ. He's got 21. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And now 24 points for DJ.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Ariza outside on the wing. Harden. Nene down low. Hernan Gomez covering. The shot by Nene. No good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Beasley dishes to Noah. Here's Hernan Gomez. That shot off. The Rockets go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, the reserves, the guys coming off the bench, Greg, made their presence felt. And, of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
They get it back. DJ kicks to Hernan Gomez. Now here's DJ. He's covered closely, and he converts the layup. DJ's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And DJ has excellent hustle on the board, skilled at scratching and clawing for those extra caroms. Man, I like his energy.
Ariza outside. Houston moving it around. Harden outside. That one falls.
Yeah, I like how crafty Harden is, boy. Terrific at bullying his way down deep. A dangerous, dangerous scorer in the post.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tariq Black comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for Paul. Here's Wells. Buries it from three-point range. Wells has got 8 points.
And you don't want to give Wells space off the screen. That's when he hits you with that deadly jump.
Gordon a screen. Harden draws the double. Gordon the pass to Harden. Kicks it to Tucker. Nene with the screen on Beasley. Here's Tucker. Excellent D there from Beasley. Knicks trail by 7. Wells dishes to DJ. And he gets it to go. DJ's got 28 points for the game.
Love the confidence on the drive. DJ is great at finding holes in the defense and then attacking.
Gordon kicks to Black. Passes it to Harden. Dishes to Nene. Noah with the block. And they'll keep possession. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. James Harden, 3rd.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
First one falls for him. And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or a young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams had been there a year or two. Guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes, and we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro. Well, you look at a player of Harden's ability, and a couple of things stand out for me. One is his competitive spirit. He's understated, but he's very competitive. He doesn't take nights off. He's a guy who really takes pride in showing up and playing every game.
The first one falls. Seven seconds left in the third. From deep, drills it from outside. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets ahead, up by 15. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Knicks trail by 15, and on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Melo and Porzingis are the duo at forward. EJ out there with Wells, and it's O'Quinn in at the 5 spot.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Outside, Porzingis. O'Quinn the pass to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Cannot give DJ that kind of position. I mean, once he's this close to the bucket, he's looking to throw it on your head.
Ball outside. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Lets it go from 11. Tries again, and Capella with the layup. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
Picked by O'Quinn. Here's Anthony. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Eric Gordon. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hardaway's checked in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade. And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Paul. Rebounded by Anthony. Knicks trail by 18. And taken away by Paul. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And that one falls for Paul. And Paul drills both of them. Clark, we have seen an influx of players who function as point forwards for their team. How difficult is that to deal with as a defender?
I think it's really hard. I think it just speaks to the versatility of a player. If a guy has forward size but point guard skills, then I think that makes him more valuable to his team and more difficult to defend because he can start offense, not just for himself, but for his team. And that puts your defense in a little bit of a quandary as to how you're going to deal with that kind of versatility in terms of scoring and playmaking.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
New York calls timeout.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by DJ. DJ's got 9 assists now tonight.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Screen by Capella. Harden kicks to Ariza. Capella with a screen on Anthony. Back to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Nene, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson. Knicks trail by 19. DJ kicks to Anthony. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anthony's got 16 points here in the second half.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hands.
Here's Paul. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Hardaway for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Nene's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Paul kicks to Harden. Harden draws the double. Houston moving it around. And Nene has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Nene, the screen. That's a 2 from Paul. Nice D from DJ.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Here's O'Quinn, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Assist from DJ.
Houston leading by 17. The pass to Harden. The tray. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got 43 points.
I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
And Paul over to help. Stolen by Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 45 points.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Anthony sets the pick for DJ. Second chance shot, and that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 24 points.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Paul dishes to Capella. Porzingis with the steal. DJ kicks to Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony. Rockets leading by 20. Paul outside. And it's Ariza in the corner. Knocked away.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
DJ passes to Porzingis. Offline with his three. Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Paul dishes to Capella. Stolen by O'Quinn. Pass to DJ. From the arc. New York keeps it going. A new 24-second clock. And Paul over to help. Hardaway with a wide open look. Kept alive by New York.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Taken away by Anthony. The shot. Kept alive. Pass to DJ. Capella against Porzingis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, the NBA has made some adjustments to prevent the hack-a-shack strategy, fouling big men who can't make free throws. It still happens. Clark, is it always going to be a part of the game, do you think?
I think it will be part of the game, and I don't necessarily like it. I would much rather see the rule be changed because I think it just enhances the quality of the product. Some would argue the strategy should be on board for poor free throw shooters. I disagree.
Anderson, he's checked in for Houston.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden.
Love how hard DJ works. I mean, much respect for his skill set and his basketball IQ.
That one misses. Houston leading by 16. Down low, shot to end this cold run. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. The Knicks shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The first free throw is good. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Now, here's DJ. Some nice passing by New York here. Back to Porzingis. Now, here's DJ. Tight defense on him. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Clint Capella. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for DJ. Houston leading by 12. Here's Paul. He feeds it to Capella. Here's Harden on the wing. Trying to get back on track. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Well, Swiss center Clint Capella is up there as one of the most efficient players in the league. He's only 22, but he's efficient mostly because all his shots come right at the basket, right on the doorstep. Last season, he finished near the top of the league, in fact, in field goal percentage.
And for a while, he was leading the league, if I recall correctly, Kevin. Capella knows who he is, what he's about, and what his team needs from him. So he finishes off his chances that are created by guards penetrating. Not flashy, but very effective.
Anthony in the corner. Pick by O'Quinn. Shot off the pick. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Anthony.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. DJ kicks to Anthony. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Anthony's got 28 points for the game. Rockets leading by 9. Inside. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out. He's doing it.
And clearly Jeff Hornacek wants to talk it over. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working, and no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Porzingis with a screen on Paul. DJ with it. Chris Paul covering. Here's Anthony. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Anthony's got 30 points.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 54 points for James Harden.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
Houston leading by 13. Ariza outside, out to the wing. Screen by Capella. There's the pick. Here's Paul, and it's Houston with another.
You know, one of the things that you notice about Chris Paul, Kevin, is that he uses screens exceedingly well.
DJ kicks to Anthony. And that one is good from DJ. DJ's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Now, here's O'Quinn. Capella covering. DJ with it. Rebounded by Capella.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Paul outside. It's Ariza on the wing. Anderson outside. Feeds to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Yo, you was tossing dimes tonight. See, that's how the ball should move. I think I even seen Coach tear up at one point. Hey, that was some real my dad coached AAU type passing right there.
Thanks, man.
Hey, see, all the practice, the 3-on-3, of course the film works, and then of course my beautiful advice is starting to bear fruit. Now look, with all that said, you did miss me a couple of times tonight.
Man, I got you the ball every time you're open.
Nah, see, there were a couple of times where you thought I wasn't open, so you looked me off, but I was open. But it's okay, though. You're a rookie. I understand you still got to develop that team chemistry. You got to figure out players' tendencies.
Nah, I
you
know
also
your
need
tendency.
to figure out where
You
the players
tend to
want the
constantly
ball.
want the ball 'cause
Yeah,
you
that's
always
because
think
I'm
you open.
always more open than heart surgery, son. Start passing me the ball, Rook. Young man just want to do it all himself.
Who he talking to?
Hey, DJ. Anna says you're up.
All right, ready?
So much has been said about the role Shammy has played in your rookie season. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Sham. That's my big bro, man. Shout out Sham, by the way. It's kind of tough to put into words. He's been great to me. Like, he taught me a lot about the game. He taught me how to deal with, like, opposing crowds, how to talk to you guys. He's very knowledgeable about the game as well. And just like a super professional dude, despite what some of you try to say about him.
DJ, it's never easy when you're losing, but do you guys feel like you have a grip on what's going on?
I mean, we know what we have to do. It's just a matter of actually doing it on the court, and that's been the hardest part, but we'll get it.